Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to welcome Diane Garcia, the Executive Director of the Southern Oregon Land Conservancy. Diane, great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right, so tell us, what is the Land Conservancy? Are you guys a government agency, private?
We're a private, nonprofit, 501c3 grassroots organization.
Okay.
That's been around since 1978. We're the oldest land conservation organization in Oregon.
Okay, and what is it you guys do exactly over there?
We work with landowners, local jurisdictions, and partners, communities to help protect important lands, primarily in the Rogue River Basin. And that's Jackson and Josephine counties.
Okay, all right, and so tell me kind of what are some of the issues you've been working on of late?
Well, we recently finished a big campaign. It's called Vision 2020, and our goal is to protect 20,000 acres by the year 2020.
Wow.
So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And we've been working with lots of landowners, community partners, some foundations in Oregon who are helping us identify what the most important lands for conservation are and how we're going to go about doing that.
Okay, and is it too soon for me to ask, do you have any examples? Or I mean, it's a lot of land, of course, but I mean...
It is. Well, we've recently published a conservation plan, and that plan identifies what areas in the counties are important and the kinds of conservation values we're interested in protecting, like farms and ranches, important views, fish-bearing streams and rivers, and lands along those places, as well as native habitat. And so I don't want to give away
don't give away the farm, please.
Give away the farm, but there are many, many beautiful areas in Jackson and Josephine County, and we're hoping that there will be landowners who are interested in learning about what we do and how we can help them.
Absolutely. All right, now tell us, how do you're of course, as you said, a 501c3, how do you support the organization financially?
We're primarily supported through memberships. About 75% of our operating budget comes through the donations of community members who love living here. They really appreciate the natural beauty that we have, and since we're the only organization that focuses primarily on saving land in Southern Oregon, we have a lot of members who support us.
Oh, fantastic. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll have much more with Diane in just a moment. Stay with us.
Thanks.
Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Diane Garcia, the Executive Director of the Southern Oregon Land Conservancy. Diane, how do you guys protect land?
That's a great question. We work with landowners who voluntarily choose to put their land under conservation. And the way that we do that primarily is by creating an agreement with that landowner about what is going to be the best way to protect the conservation values on that land in the future. And then that agreement becomes part of the title to that property, and all future landowners are bound by the terms of the agreement.
So you don't own the land, is that right?
We don't own most of the land that we have under protection. We own one property, and we have 52 other properties that are protected using the kind of method I just described.
Sure. Okay. All right. Now, let's see. Have you guys, you know, when you do get involved in these things, does it ever happen where you get involved politically?
You know, we try to stay out of the political realm. We're a non-advocacy group, so we're not out there trying to persuade someone to do something. We work only with landowners who voluntarily choose to work with us. So as much as possible, we stay out of politics unless it's directly related to land conservation and something that is going to help further our mission.
How much land, I don't think I've asked you, how much land have you protected over the years?
We've protected over 8,000 acres of land. That's about twice the size of the city of Ashland, and it's primarily in Jackson and Josephine counties.
And are there any projects that perhaps people might know about, any past projects that you guys have worked on that you might want to
Well,
talk
there
about?
may be. Many people are familiar with C2 Ranch, which is north of Medford off of Highway 140, and we have a few thousand acres of that ranch under conservation, as well as the land all around the Woodhouse, which is the iconic historic home that's on Highway 62 north of Medford. Both parks in Ashland are protected, the Siskiyou Mountain Park and the Ords and Todd Woods, as well as many of the Jacksonville Woodlands properties.
Okay, now do people ever get the Land Conservancy and the Nature Conservancy mixed up? Is that something you guys struggle with?
Well, I don't know if I'd say struggle, but it definitely is something that's confusing to folks. The Nature Conservancy is, of course, a large national, international organization with an office here in Medford. And they work with landowners to do similar kinds of land protection throughout the world. They focus on biodiversity. And we have a sort of a broader focus, I would say, and we're only regional. We're in just the Rogue River Basin area, and we often collaborate with them and work on projects together.
Excellent. All right, and if anybody has any questions or wants to look you guys up, where would they go?
Well, they can find us online. Our website is landconserve.org, or they can call our office if they're interested at 541-482-3069.
Very nice, Diane. Great to meet you. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Craig.
Our pleasure. Stay with us. We'll be right back.